Hello and welcome to Channel 2S, your home for Gunpla news, reviews, and more. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and it's time for some more Building with News. So tonight on Building with News, we're going to be building the high-grade Rouei from Iron-Blooded Orphans. And without any further delay, we're just going to jump right into the news. So to start things off, we have final images for the high-grade Advanced Evolution Zeta Gundam from the HGUC line. Starting off with some very, very cool looking box art, and as you can see, they are advertising that Gunpla Evolution project thing right up there in the corner, so you can't miss it. They got some more pictures of the kit itself, but we already know by now that the color separation of this kit is not going to look this good. This is very obviously a painted model, which is really unfortunate because I was hoping this would be a great Zeta Gundam. It still looks like it's going to be okay, but if you've seen those Dengeki Hobby pictures I showed a while back, if not, I'll probably find one of them and just throw it up around here somewhere. You can see that the actual color separation in this kit, especially if you look at those wings, is a little bit lower than I would have hoped, especially since they're marketing this as like the next step forward for Gunpla. And that's basically what this whole Gunpla Evolution project is. They even put out a bunch of promotional images talking about it, and from what I can tell, the Gunpla Evolution project is basically Bandai just saying, yeah, we're going to step up our game and make some cooler kits, and it looks like it's going to be applying to every single grade, not just high grades. But when I look back at that Zeta Gundam, I might have chosen something else to kick this series off with, because that does not look like a step forwards. I wouldn't necessarily call it a step back, but if you compare that to the like the GM ground type, or even the Barzam, which is coming out after the Zeta Gundam, it doesn't look so good. And then following right up on that Zeta Gundam, we have the Zaku I Tri-Stars colors from Gundam the Origin. Now this, as I mentioned last couple times, is going to be a premium Bandai model, unfortunately. It is at the very least somewhat understandable since it appears like there's no new tooling anywhere on this kit. It all looks like it's just kind of a mixing and matchingness of previous Origin high grades we've gotten. But the colors on it at the very least do look quite nice. I do like that they kind of shook it up a little and changed it up quite a lot actually from the standard Tri-Stars Zaku II colors. It's nice to see them kind of not just make it look like the same thing all over again. I do like that a lot. But of course it's not quite cool enough to justify paying premium Bandai prices for a recolored high grade. And keeping on the subject of June premium Bandai releases, we're also getting a trio of reissues of Anvil Gato's mobile suits. So we're getting a re-release of his Master Grade 2.0 Zaku II high mobility type. And we're also getting re-releases of his high-grade Gelgoog and Rick Dom. Now these are all pretty cool models. They have his custom color scheme, and each one of them does look a little bit different from the other. That's not quite the same colors, just kind of copied and pasted onto each kit, and I do appreciate that. And that is it for Gunpla News, so let's just move right on with the build. And because my main tripod, again, is not working, you'll have to stick with some weird camera angles for now. Hopefully my camera won't tip over as well, because this tripod is very old and very weak and barely holds up. So anyways, to start the torso build, we're going to stick these two little shoulder poly caps into the front of the chest, as you almost always do. And then you clip this piece down over the back, just like this. It just looks like oh, yep, there we go. Clipped in, nice and secure. And there's also a couple little yellow stickers you're supposed to put up here on the vents, and they just give it a little bit of color. Then there's a little waist poly cap that goes on right here. It just kind of slides over and you just push it down till it clicks. Another poly cap up here for the neck. And then this little slate blue piece kind of slides in through here and just clips over there. Kind of a cool connection method, actually. I like how that looks. And there's a little triangular sticker you're supposed to put over here, and again, that just adds another little splash of color. So then these big gray sections look like they just kind of slide over here. There's little spaces for them to slide around everything, and I guess they just kind of, oh, yep, they just kind of pop right in there like that. And there's one on the other side, and they both just kind of just go in. And there's a little forest green piece here that kind of goes over the front, and again, I like the colors on this kit quite a lot. I have to say that dark green and the two different shades of blue and the gray really look nice together. Definitely not a combination you see a lot in Gunpla. And then these little piston sections just kind of slide over a little thing back in here, and they kind of lock in, and they're going to probably be held in by something else at some point. These two pieces go together, and then this whole abdomen section clips onto the torso via that ball jointed poly cap. And again, I love how the forest green looks on this. And then the Ahab reactor clips over the back, just like that. And that looks to me like it is the completed torso. So the head build on this kit is kind of interesting. It starts with this core section that has these 4 little gold seals kind of stuck on the front here, just like this. And then there's this face mask that actually goes over the top, so it kind of slides over it like this. I think this is facing the right way. Nope, had that upside down. It goes over like this. And when you look through the holes in the mask, you can see those little gold sections, and they look pretty cool. You can then take these 2 sections right here and put them together, and then take another piece and stick it on the other side. And then you can take that whole face section and you just slide it over the front. And you got a little Rouei head, and I actually really like the head on this guy. I like that kind of 4-eyed look. It looks a little like a hockey mask as well, so that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Okay, it's arm time now. So we're going to start by taking this piece and attaching a number 3 poly cap to it. We're going to stick it between this piece and this piece and just tab that all together. And there's also a couple little yellow triangles on the sides of the shoulders here, kind of similar to that one we had on the front of the torso. Now these 4 pieces are going to be going together to make the elbow, and then this green piece goes over the front. And this blue piece looks like it goes right over here, and they just clip together. And again, I can't get over just how awesome the colors are on this kit. These little light gray canisters are going to go over these slate blue pieces, or slate gray, I guess. Just like that, and those are going to connect together. And then we're going to grab that arm frame we made, and we're going to stick this down in there, it looks like. Yep. And then there's a piece that goes over the front, just like this. And that's just going to tab right in. And then this little piece goes over the front. And of course you can just stick a hand right in here and then grab a hand back. And is this the right hand back? Nope, that's the wrong one. This is the right hand back, and it goes on just like that. And there we have an arm. We can just take that shoulder unit, plug them together just like that, and if I grab the torso, that just goes in right here, and the Rouei is taking shape very quickly. So now we're going to move on down to the feet, and the feet go together very simply. There's just a couple pieces here that go together, and a little cap that goes over here, and that looks like it's going to be our ankle joint. And we're just going to take this piece, and we're going to stick it on here, and that should just lock over like that, and then that plugs down into the bottom of the foot. And then you take the top of the foot, which does have a blue sticker on it that doesn't look that bad, although it is a little bigger than I'd like to see on a kit of this size. Well, so simple, I'm going to show you it again because it's just that easy. It's just a couple pieces together like that. A little piece on here that just slides over the end of that peg, and then you put it on the bottom of the foot, and then you slide the rest of the foot over it. And there you go. Moving up the body to the legs, we're going to push this little piece into here and this piece over it to make the hip joint. Then we're going to take this piece and it looks like this piece, and they're going to go together. And then this little piece here is going to go on the other side. Also, there was supposed to be a little piece in there before we put those on, because that's important. Now he has a proper knee. Whoa! I strongly doubt this is going to have that much range when it's done, but right now we can pretty much bring that flap all the way back. Now you take this piece and you put a little sticker on it, and it's, again, like with the feet, it's a little big for my taste, but it's really not that bad. It holds on pretty well. It's on a curved surface, but it's not curved enough to make it wrinkle too much, and it actually isn't that noticeable, so that's a plus. But you just clip these 2 pieces together, and I think this just slides down like this, it looks like. Yep, just over there like that. And then this piece, I think, just plugs over the front here. Okay, it's supposed to go on before the big blue part here. This goes on first, and then this goes down over it, just like that. And now when you move the knee out, he has a bit of a sort of pseudo shifting armor gimmick. You can probably color some dark gray or black in there with a Gundam marker, and it would make it look even better. And that hip joint we built is just gonna plug down into there like that. And there's a whole line of bad nubs running down the side of the leg for you to enjoy. Now it looks like you're supposed to maneuver this poly cap down into here. Okay, so it goes down, it rotates out, and then you just kind of have to, I don't know if you can see this that well, but you kind of have to maneuver this down in here and then pull it all the way to the bottom of that little slide. And then it looks, I'm thinking that this piece probably just, yeah, it just kind of sticks over the front like that. And then I'll need another one of those little, what is this, 8? Yeah, this is polycap 8. It just kind of goes in like that. And then this goes over the front like this. It looks like it goes like this. Yeah, it goes in like this. So now you just connect the knee together, and then you stick a foot on the bottom of the ankle, and there you go. There is a leg for the Rouei. And those legs aren't going to be very useful unless we have some way of attaching them to the torso, so let's build a waist unit. So we're going to start by taking these two pieces and pegging them together. Then, as is often the case, we're going to take a little ball joint and pop it on here, just a little polycap right there at the top of the waist unit. We're going to take this and we're going to plug it over the front. Looks like it's just going to peg into those two holes right there. Yep, just like that. Now we're going to take this freaking massive piece and just stick it on the back here, and then I think there's a little, is there? Yeah, there's a little piece that actually is going to clip over here and just kind of push down to there, and I think if you want to attach a weapon you kind of flip that up. Not really sure how it works yet, I guess we'll have to figure that out for the review. So now to make the side skirts, we're going to take these two pieces and push them together, and then grab a little polycap here and stick it in back there, and I guess this just kind of clips over here. Does it go this way or does it go this way? I'm thinking it goes this way, since that way all that stuff lines up and it looks all nice and proper, so that's the way I'm going to put them on for now. And that should be the completed waist unit. And as you can see, this has a very large kind of Sazabi-esque back skirt, almost even at the level of the Nightingale. There's just like so much just all coming down out the back there. But yep, this just goes in here, and you pop a leg on this side, and you pop a leg on this side, just like this, clip them together, and that should be the body for the Rouei. And now for the weapons and accessories, we're going to start with these booster sections that go on the backs. There's just a few pieces here that clip together, just like that. And then those big blue blue stickers that I was worried about, those actually go over the thruster sections here, and to be totally honest, they really don't look that bad. They were pretty easy to line up. Looks like all these little flaps here have enough area to them that they stick down pretty nicely. I don't think there's going to be too much of a problem with these peeling, and again, they actually look pretty okay, and they match nicely with the plastic, so I'm really pleasantly surprised when it comes to those. I really was kind of worried that we would have a sort of Goujon rebake style situation here, and it turned out pretty okay, so I am very happy about that. Now, all I have to do here is just push these down into the backpack connector holes, just like that, and now it's got its thrusters. Weapons! So this is basically just going to be me putting pieces of plastic together a bunch of times, because all these weapons are literally just built by slapping together halves of plastic. So here's his kind of armor smacking mace thing. That's going to go over there. Here's the rifle from the Hyakuren that I'm building anyways because I like how it looks. It's a very nice... Actually, it looks more like a shotgun in all honesty, just with kind of an extended magazine. Pretty cool. And then that knife thing that actually looks really neat. I like how this looks a lot. Let's see, these kind of line up like that, go together, and then it has a nice little sheath that it looks like it can just slide right down into, and all these weapons have the same little clip, so you can attach any of them to the back skirt of the Rouei, which is very cool. I was not expecting to be able to have that much compatibility with the old weapons, but it looks like it does. And then there's just finally the handgun for the new Rouei, and that looks pretty cool. It has a nice little kind of automatic handgun look to it. And then there's a pair of little knuckle guards. I'm not sure if you can use these with the kid or not. I kind of tried to push them over his hands so they wouldn't really fit. And of course you can't put them on the side skirts because the side skirts in the Rouei are different, but I suppose I could find some use for these, so I'm going to hang on to them anyways. And there we go, guys. After a day of building, we have the completed Rouei with all its accessories. And I have to say, first impressions on this kit after building it are actually really positive. There's a lot of cool stuff going on with this kit, and I love the fact that we finally got an IBO kit that actually has a really big spread of accessories. That's always fun to see. And I am really hyped to get this guy in the review room and see just how good it actually is, but we're going to have to end this right here for now because we are at the end of the video. So as always, leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And if this is your first time on Channel 2S, I do all sorts of Gunpla videos, from unboxings to builds to reviews to news and everything in between. So if that sounds cool to you and that's something you want to see more of, be sure to subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because I live stream sometimes and you don't want to miss that. And as always, I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and I'll see you next time.